talking 2012 NAB show, the great content shift, the need for content and the demand for it, any place, anytime, and anywhere. We're with Steve Kilisky from GenArts, a company that does visual effects. When I think visual effects, and I think years ago, I couldn't do it. It cost too much, and if I wanted it in my project, the company that I'm dealing with would have to outsource this. It would take too long. It just wasn't cost effective. What's happened now in the industry is there's the need for it. It's also created the opportunity to do it, but how do you make it cost effective, Steve?
Yeah, it's about working smart and being able to do things create as compelling content as possible that as cost effectively. And if your goal is to monetize your content, then we know that visual effects makes people want to watch video longer and makes it more engaging. And that really translates to the bottom line, because the more popular your content is, the longer people watch it, the more advertisers are going to be interested in monetizing against your content. And so a key piece is really cost effectively making your content be as compelling as possible. And that's where I think GenArts helps our users with our tools, and also the way that we're introducing, making the workflows as cost effective and as efficient as possible.
So while years ago, using the old production company model, I might have had to spend $50,000 to put some bells and whistles and produce a great piece of content. Now you can do it for a lot less, but you really, what I heard you just say is you need to do it, because it's one of the things that can differentiate you, and one of the things that advertisers are going to demand, because it's going to make all those stats increase. People are going to watch it longer. They're going to want to watch it. They're going to want to share it. They're going to want to build an audience for you.
Yeah, exactly. It's the audience expects that these days. We've just become, visual effects are everywhere. There was a study about that 80% of all television content has visual effects. We just don't realize it, but the audience expects that. And when you don't use visual effects and use it in a tasteful manner, you will find your audience dropping out, and you basically will lose your competitive advantage, whether it's in terms of audience or in terms of attracting clients.
And final thing in this part of the discussion, it seems to me as a business, these are a lot of things I might consider doing, or the people that are doing my production might consider doing, where years ago I might have outsourced it, might have had to outsource it.
Yeah, historically you would have had to have outsourced it because the technology was so complicated, so expensive, that you didn't have an option. But now, between it being affordable, between it being fast in terms of the production time, and it being, you don't have to have a master's degree in visual effects to be able to create compelling looking effects and add that to your content. It makes it a much easier decision to decide to add that to your thing. And you can translate it right to the bottom line in terms of your ROI, whether, as we said earlier, it helps you stand out from your competition, has your client coming back for repeat business, or it meets the client's goals in terms of what they want, trying to achieve in terms of audience engagement or advertising.
He's Steve Kilisky. The company is called GenArts. They will be exhibiting, one of the many exhibitors at the 2012 NAB show. We're talking about the great content shift.